Hey guys, Coach Caitlin
and Coach Carly
here, coming to you from our office right now, which is the top of Saddle Mountain.
We just wanted to take a minute today to tell you about what we do and why we do it, how
As
you
coaches.
can do it too as coaches, as our own bosses, how we're able to work and travel and play and kind of mix it all together and do amazing things like this while still accomplishing our goals.
The past few days we had been staying out at a beach house and working from there and kind of exploring, and we just really reflected on how far we've come since we started about 16-17 months ago, and we really just want to pay it forward. So we're going to start with kind of telling you guys a little bit about our story, and so Carly's going to start with that.
Yeah, so what kind of drew me to this opportunity is I never really knew what I wanted to do, and the things that I wanted to do were always more like creative. Like I wanted to write, I wanted to bake, like all these different things, and it never really fit the standard mold of like going to an office job. I was always an adventurer. I want to travel, so when I started doing the whole work thing, even college for me was a struggle because it was something I was told I needed to do. And I didn't really know why. So like when I first went to college, I dropped out after a year and a half because I had no idea what I was doing there, and it seemed like a waste of my time, and I needed to do some self-reflecting and all of that. So it's always been something where I've been looking for my purpose, and I knew it was something outside the box. And when it comes to coaching in particular, I was really getting involved in health and fitness with myself because I've always been sort of the curvier girl, not super athletic, never did team sports. I've always loved food. I was a pastry chef for a while, so obviously that means when you love food that much, it takes balance, figuring out like what you can eat and how you can still look and feel good. And so when I started figuring all that out, and I met my coach, and she really helped me get on track and held me accountable, and I just got really interested in nutrition in particular. I was looking for an outlet for that because I wanted to share it with people, and I thought about going back to school, but I didn't really want to take the time and the money to do that, and this opportunity allowed me to just start pursuing something I was really passionate about and just go for it and create this life for myself that I'd been looking for.
So my story is slightly different. I barely graduated high school, currently 23, and my family was telling me I needed to go to college, and the only way I could be successful is go to college, get a job, typical 9-to-5 grind. Like I said, I barely graduated high school. I really struggled, and I didn't want to go waste a bunch of money on something that I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I didn't apply for colleges my senior year. I didn't want to go to community college. I thought that that's what you had to do, but I knew I didn't want to because it didn't seem right for me. I didn't thrive in that classroom environment, and I just didn't want it. And so I didn't. I went right into retail at 18. I started working full time, and that is actually where I met Carly. After my first job, a year and a half as a cashier at Safeway, I switched over to a bake shop where Carly and I met, and we started finding things that we like to do. We both loved outdoors, but we worked a lot. So we would go hiking when we could or go on walks, and then we discovered Whole30, and we did a couple rounds of that, and then CrossFit, and I found our coach on Instagram, stumbled upon her, reached out to her, which I know is a lot of how you guys find us, is social media and Instagram, and it's so fun to be able to connect with people that way because that's how we found our coach. And so that's how we got started. We did a program with daily superfood Shakeology, 30-minute home workouts, and a meal plan, and we felt really awesome. We saw the potential in what we were. I was actually asked to step down as a manager at the job Carly and I were working at, and instead of getting really upset because I was told I was a bad leader and that was the reason a bunch of people quit, I remembered my coach saying in the back of my head, "You should be a coach," and I just didn't know what it was at that point, but I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do it. And at that point, we kind of went all in, and that was end of December. I signed up as a coach. 2013, I guess, and you were January?
I was January 2014, so just a couple weeks later.
And so we both started kind of like unsure of what we were doing, just like we were learning the ropes. We were given training, which is really awesome, and that's the same training we offer you guys, except now it's better, to grow your social media, to talk to people, to invite people, to share what you're doing as a coach. So basically kind of what we do.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people look at what we do and think of it as being really unconventional, because it is. I mean, at this point, you know, the typical thing to do is to go work a 9-to-5 job, or maybe if it's retail, it's not 9 to 5, it's horrible hours and weekends and holidays. And you have to slog away in something that you don't really have a passion for, or that's not really giving anything back to you. And so, you know, people look at what we do sometimes and sort of criticize us because it seems weird and out there and like, that's not normal, so how could it be real? And, you know, it's just because it's not what everyone does doesn't mean this isn't a real job. We work really hard at this, but, you know, like basically we saw an opportunity and we went for it.
And ran for it.
And ran with it. And, you know, there's plenty of people who take this opportunity and don't do that. They think it's going to be really easy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme sort of thing at all. It takes hard work and consistency. But we saw this future for ourselves and what this could give to us if we worked our asses off. And to us, like, that future that we see is priceless and something we never thought we could get through other means, other jobs. So that's really why we do this. And yeah, so health and fitness coaches, you might think we're like fitness experts or nutrition experts, and we're not. Like I said, neither of us went to school for that. It's great if you did, and if you did do that, this is a great outlet for like expanding your market and like doing more with that. But you get all the training, like Kate said, to really take off with this business from day one. It's really all about sharing your journey and just helping people. You know, you're recommending people do what you did to see success. You know, we did these programs with our coach and learned how to eat right, and we feel really good and we feel strong and confident in our bodies, and that's just something we really want to pay forward. So it's a referral sort of thing. And then that accountability factor that made all the difference for us with our fitness and staying on track and reaching our goals, that's what we're offering people, is that motivation and support. Because, you know, a lot of people know what they should be doing, but not necessarily how to keep doing it when the going gets tough, because, you know, it's always hard to make lifestyle changes. And so that's a lot of what we do.
And something that I really want to add to this is you don't have to be a sales expert. A lot of people do. You're not selling. We really focus on sharing our journey and paying it forward to our friends and family, and also people on social media. We represent a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, and we share it with people. That's all it is. We're, like Carly said, you're giving people the accountability, but you're also giving them the tools to be successful. We run challenge groups, so like you said, you get the accountability where you plug in daily, you get the meal plan, you get the daily superfoods, you get the workouts, and it's all there planned out for you, so you don't have to do any of the hard work. And as a coach, you provide people with those tools. And the cool thing is, Beachbody, who we contract through, we're independent coaches through Team Beachbody, they do all the ugly work, all the accounting, all the things like that we don't personally handle. It's really awesome because I was never a numbers person. And like I said, I never went to college for any of those things. So you don't have to deal with any of that. You just get to help people and continuously pay it forward as a coach. It can be scary at first, but I mean, as long as you're consistent and just doing what you love and doing your workouts every day, drinking your superfoods, and bettering yourself along with sharing what you're doing and inviting people to do it with you, you can build an income. We were both able to replace our full-time incomes within like 10 months of coaching. For me, I hit that in 10 months, and we went full-time the same time back in the end of October because we didn't want to be around for holiday retail. I'm sure if you guys have ever worked in a bakery or if you've ever worked in any sort of retail job, you can understand, and that was our goal, to quit by then. And now our lives have changed, and now we're able to go on hikes every week. Like we hike once or twice a week, and we're able to explore, and we choose our own hours, travel.
And, you know, a big part of this and like this company, because, you know, there's a lot of other companies that you might think are similar out there, you know, this whole sort of like social media marketing sort of business. What I love about what we do and this company that we work with is that they are really doing this the right way. They have the best intentions.
The best products.
The best products out there, high quality. They really care about our well-being and the well-being of all of our customers. You know, so it's not just about money. It's
not
about
phony.
so much more. It's not phony. You're not selling some product that's, you know, selling, of course, I just wouldn't say that. You're not talking about a product that's full of weird stuff, or like you're just offering some quick fix or anything like that. We really are focused
magic pill.
on doing this the right way, focusing on health, focusing on fitness and strength, and like inner growth is so much of it. And a lot of what this company and what we with our teams really promote is growing as a person, like the confidence and stuff that we've gained from this, and just what the potential we see in ourselves is priceless. So that's a really awesome part of this as well that I wanted to touch on.
And another thing is community. Like Carly and I right now, it's funny, we're twinning. It was accidental. We did this the past 2 days. You know, we spend a lot of time together. We're best friends, but we're also business partners and travel buddies and hiking buddies. And so we were friends before when we worked at the bakery, but I think it's made our friendship a lot stronger. And it's really cool to go in with a friend and do something like this. But of course you don't have to. We're part of like a number 2 team Set Your Soul on Fire. And the entire company of over 350,000 coaches. My personal team is Team Live and Love, and yours Strive to Thrive.
Yep.
Said that right this time. Anyways, but you know, we're a part of these communities that everybody just wants to help each other. You get more support, more accountability, and everybody's just super rad because they all want to help each other. Like, you get rid of all the negative bullshit that you see on Facebook feeds, and like everybody wants to help people, everybody wants to travel, and you do. Like this year I'm going to Costa Rica on an all expense paid trip, and in a month we're going to Nashville with a bunch of other coaches from our team, and we're just going to work out with celebrity trainers, get training on what we do, and learn how to help people better.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that, like working with each other. So even though you're independent and you are your coach and you can run your business how you want to and focus on what matters to you, you have this huge network of people to go to sort of like, you know, Kate and I directly, we talk about what we want to do with our business and brainstorm together, but we have our team that we connect with online every day so that you're getting feedback and advice and sort of like I don't even know.
You're working with people all the time.
People too,
and it's cool because I have friends, I can say I have friends all over the United States and Canada because I meet people through social media every day. And it's so fun because when you're doing this right, you're attracting the people you want to work with. So if you go to my Instagram, you can see what I like. I like hiking. I like working out, not all the time. I like eating well. I like my cat. I like tattoos and getting topless on top of mountains. You know, that's my kind of thing. And I get a lot of people who reach out to me or who I talk to through social media who get along with me. And that's the cool thing is you work with the people you want to work with, so you don't have to work with assholes or like, not that you're an asshole,
bosses,
you know,
or whatever, and those coworkers that you come home and like bitch about.
That's not even the case anymore. You're just always happy and you're always promoting health, and you can do this. Let me just say, you don't have to have a six-pack. Like Carly said, like we started out on our journeys, like I'm still working on mine. I don't know. Like I'm not in some crazy like personal shape. It helps if you have a journey to share with people, and that's what it is. Even if you are fit, that's awesome. You can still do a program. You can still do a thing. Health is a journey. It's never ending, and it's always growing.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really important thing to know, and it's a really big part of our business is consistency with our health and being our best. And it's cool to be a part of something that really betters ourselves every day, and then we get to better others as well.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, this is about sharing your journey, who you are as a person, what matters to you, what you're going through, so you can help other people that have maybe had those same struggles and are trying to get to where you are and do it along with you. So
yeah. So we're really happy we could make this video for you guys. It was really on our hearts and we really felt like we wanted to. So if you watch this and you want to know more about coaching, reach out to us. And hope you guys have a wonderful week and that we will talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.